everybody. Good morning. Just let everybody trickle in and find their seats. We open in welcome to the ancestral people of this land, acknowledging that our church, like all of Burke, rests on the unceded territory of the Manahoic tribe of the Great Sioux Nation. We seek healing and the realization of justice with the people of this land, who live on in their descendants, the present-day members of the Monacan Indian Nation, the Patawomic Indian Tribe of Virginia, and the Piscataway Indian Nation. We honor the ancestors as we move towards healing so that all together shall one day know full justice.
Good morning. We're the Kates. I'm Kate Heilig. I use the pronouns she and her.
I'm Kate McDevitt, and I'm genderqueer and don't have pronouns.
We are members of True Accotink Colors, known as TAC, this church's LGBTQ plus group.
Because today's service is led by True Accotink Colors, it's a little different, but we like things that are a little different here at AUC, right? This service comes from our hearts and includes some quotes, songs, and stories that guide us through the tough times we face now and also helped us to become the people we are today.
All right, welcome to the neighborhood here at Accotink Unitarian Universalist Church. I am Christina Watts, and my pronouns are she and her, and I am happy to be your worship associate today. If you aren't new to Accotink, look around. Do you see people that you haven't met or haven't spoken to in a while? These people like you, and they want to meet you. Help us live up to our mission to be a welcoming and inclusive spiritual home for all by reaching out to make a connection. By visiting this congregation, newcomers are in a transition moment. And people in transitions are open to new friendships. This means that your new best friend might be here this morning, and this is your chance to get to know them. Whether you're a longtime member or a newcomer or something in between, we encourage you to stay for our social hour immediately after the service. We're so delighted that you decided to join us today. Welcome. And I'd like to introduce Mary Molina, who's going to help us light our chalice. So everybody can please rise and body your spirits as we light our chalice and recite together these words about love that you'll see on the two slides. Love is the power that holds us together. We covenant to do the work of living on our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. Building on the foundation of love, we will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, mutuality and justice. We will work to repair harm and damaged relationships.
All right, over here on this wall, we have a neighborhood. You might recognize a few landmarks featured on it. We've got Accotink Church right there in the middle, the Farm Less Ordinary Farm over there, Burke Lake Park, and much more. But something's missing. What's missing is our neighbors. That's where we need your help. You can draw, color, or select neighbors from the baskets that we'll be passing out. If you're going to draw, there are clipboards just so that we can protect our chairs. Extra special bonus points go to any of you who will draw a Muppetized version of yourself or your neighbors. Near the end of the service, we'll ask you to put your selections up on the neighborhood mural.
If you don't know me yet, I'm Michelle Anderson, and I use the pronouns she and her, and I'm so excited to be the Children and Youth Spiritual Development Director. So I have a story today. This was chosen by our own Kate McDevitt. It's called Granddad's Pride, and it was written by Harry Woodgate. Every summer, I stay at my granddad's house by the sea. There are lots of fun things to do, like feeding Granddad's chickens or going to the beach in his camper van. And wait till you see his camper van. It's really cool. While Mom and Dad unpack, Gilbert and I go adventuring. Gilbert loves exploring, especially if it involves chickens. Can you tell who Gilbert is? The dog, yeah. Together we build a pirate fort in Granddad's attic and search for hidden treasure. Can you search for hidden treasure? What's this? It will make the perfect sail for our ship. What is it? What's the sail? A rainbow flag. Millie, dinner's ready, calls Granddad. Aha! I see you found my old pride flag. What's pride? I ask. Pride is like a giant party where we celebrate the wonderful diversity of our communities and demand that everyone should be treated with equality and respect, no matter who they love or what gender they are. When your Gramps and I were younger, we went to lots of pride parades. We marched, we danced, and sang, and made lots of friends along the way. Can we go to Pride? We could go in your camper van. Oh, my partying days are over. I'm too old, and the city is far too busy. Granddad is older, but surely he has plenty of partying in him yet. Why don't we celebrate Pride here instead, I ask. Granddad needs some persuading. But the next morning, we suggest my idea in the village. Soon, it's decided. We're going to have our first ever village pride! Hooray! We put up posters asking for volunteers. And before long, the village is bustling with activity. My wife and I will make some flower arrangements, says Mrs. Alves. I can offer some rainbow carrots, says Mr. Singh. I help Mrs. McLaughlin and her daughter Fleur make a Pride-themed book display at the library. Does anybody see a Pride-themed book display? Oh, there's one! Over the next few days, banners are made, flags are flown, and songs are sung. Some of Granddad's neighbors are even going to put on a drag show. I joined Fleur and her best friend, Ayo, to make costumes for the parade. I feel shy at first, but I remember what Granddad said about making new friends. Soon we're roaring with laughter, and there is glitter everywhere. Ayo's sibling Timi works at the bakery, and we help them bake some tasty treats. Each color of the pride flag has a special meaning, and they're all included in this cake, Timmy explains. As they tell us about the history of pride, I feel proud to be playing my part. Just like our cake, it's who you are on the inside that matters. Pride is about sharing all your beautiful colors with the world. There's only one thing left to do before the big day. Plan the route the parade will take. That night, I can barely sleep. I am so excited. But when Granddad comes to say goodnight, he seems distracted. I wonder what he could be worrying about. On parade day, the village is filled with laughter, color, and light. But Granddad is nowhere to be seen. Oh no! Does Granddad feel sad that Gramps isn't here to enjoy Pride with him? What if he's decided not to come? Today won't be the same without him. We search everywhere, my excitement fading away. Suddenly, I spot a familiar splash of pink. Granddad is leading the parade. See, I told you that van was cool. Thank you all for coming. Today, let's celebrate love, joy, hope, and families of all different kinds. Together, we can build a world where everyone is proud to be themselves. You and Gramps are so similar, says Granddad. He was always coming up with clever ideas, just like you. You would have so loved each other. I think I spot a tear in Granddad's eye. And then rain starts gushing down. But everyone keeps on dancing and marching and singing. Granddad looks out to sea and smiles. A rainbow shimmers over the horizon. Perhaps Gramps is here with us after all. Thank you.
And as she pointed out, we do have a collection of Pride and LGBTQ plus books here that are available for you to check out. If you want to take one home and read it with your child, just sign it out from our Accotink Children's Library.
Thank you, Howard, for that amazing Pink Pony Club rendition. Who knew you were going to get Pink Pony Club in church, right? One of my favorite moments from the Artemis space mission was they used that to wake up the astronauts, but they cut it off before the chorus, and all of the astronauts were so disappointed. Like, that's the best part of the song. Yeah, so thank you. For our reading today, I'd like to remind you of our question to ponder about similarities and differences between you and your neighbor. This is a piece by Tyler Merritt. Before you call the cops, I just want you to know the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was yell at my alarm clock. My parents were raised in the South. I have to roll Tide or they'll disown me. They raised me in Las Vegas. That city still has my heart. I hate spiders. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not proud about it. I've done goat yoga. I'm really not proud about that. I can tell you every single word off the NWA Straight Outta Compton album. I can also sing you every single word from Oklahoma. Bananas are disgusting. I am a Christian. I spend almost every Sunday morning teaching kids in Sunday school. I am often asked if I'm Muslim. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty much convinced if you met my mother, you'd automatically become a better person. My father is a veteran. He taught me how to say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, to everyone that I meet. I don't hate our president. I pray for him. I love basketball and also hockey. This is my brother James, this is my brother Mike, this is my brother John, and this is my brother Rob. I've never been to jail. I've never owned a gun. I hate that anyone at all might possibly be afraid of me. I'll go around the world and back again if I knew that single act might make your day better. I'm a proud man. I'm a proud black man. Does any of this really matter? No. I just wanted you to get to know me before you call the cops.
By the way, Tyler Merritt is my new author crush right now. If you have any chance to read any of his books, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend you read it. How well do you know your neighbors? Like, really know them? We use the term neighbors in a broader sense. Like, not just the people who live next door to you, but the people that you see each day. Your coworkers, the shoppers at the grocery store, the baristas at the coffee shop, the people in your church, even. Do you know their hopes, their fears, their beliefs, their true values? Do we take the time to truly find out these things? Or do we sometimes just try to keep the peace and hold on to surface relationships? What if we do get to know our neighbors and we don't like what we learn? What if their values don't align with ours? What do we do then? Do we cut ties with them and hide in our house when we see them outside? Or do we try to convince them that our way is right and their views are obviously wrong? Have any of y'all tried that? Now, how did that go? Yeah. It's easy to be a good neighbor to those who are like us, who look like us, who vote like us, who love like us. But the real challenge, and thus blessing, is when we dig deeper with those who have differences and opinions, and instead of focusing on the stark differences between us, we find the commonalities that lie within us all. What if you find out that the red hat wearing neighbor of yours also really loves gardening and watching the birds? This may or may not be a real life experience of mine. And all of a sudden, a seed has been planted where I could find that tiny spark of goodness and common ground. Then, all of a sudden, we are excited to tell each other about the tufted titmouse or the goldfinch that we saw. It's often been said that you have always been around somebody in the LGBTQ plus community and just may not have realized it. Would knowing that about them when you met them have changed your opinion on this person? What about once you've already gotten to know them and appreciate that neighbor? Probably not, right? Being a good neighbor relies on our interdependence. Being in community with each other and flourishing together requires love and acceptance. What does that really look like? Fred Rogers, who was a lifelong registered Republican, by the way, had an idea. He said, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Welcoming our neighbors into our circle of love and equity. We could find out the fears of our neighbors. What if they are undocumented and afraid of going to certain places and being found out? What if they are queer but not out to those around them and don't feel comfortable or safe being their true, authentic selves? Once we learn about their fears, what can we do to help them? How can we be a sanctuary for those vulnerable neighbors and be a voice of justice? And what does that show us about our fears, our insecurities, maybe even our little microaggressions of which we aren't even aware? Even though we would all say, I would never be afraid of my immigrant neighbors, my gay neighbors, my black neighbors. Are we being completely honest with ourselves? As we learned from Tyler Merritt in his words, "Before you call the cops," people are more like each other than we even know. Tyler Merritt also reminds us, proximity breeds empathy. And with empathy, humanity has a fighting chance. The people in our circles, proximity, are our communities, and we are beholden to each other. We are responsible to each other. We are responsible to hold each other up, to help each other flourish, and flourish together. When we are blessed with more than what we need, we build a longer table, not a taller wall. We welcome our neighbors in, no matter who they love, how they vote, what they look like, or what their immigration status is. Queer artist Amanda Udis Kessler urges us, who is my neighbor? Every soul who lives upon this earth. May our lives be tributes to compassion, love, and trust, till we are kin to all the world and all are kin to us.
I want to let you know that this service was brought to you today by the letters T, A, and C, and all the colors of the rainbow.
So please rise now in body or spirit and join us in our closing words. As we extinguish our chalice, I invite you to join me now in our community blessing, inspired by the words of David Bumbaugh. This church is dedicated to the proposition that there is unity beneath all our diversity, that we grow together by celebrating our differences, honoring a journey that reaches beyond time, death, and the space between the stars. We pause now in silent witness to this, our shared covenant.
We'd like to close with these words Mr. Rogers used frequently to end his time together with us. You always make each day a special day. You know how, just by being you. There's only one person in the whole world like you, and people can like you exactly the way you are. Happy Sunday.
Thank you.